copy. End zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought they could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash.
Hey everybody, it's the Coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports.
Now we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Tonight we begin Week 8 with a good matchup for you here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Minnesota Vikings. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
A first down throw for Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 76 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. That is a quick strike, one play all the way to the house. You know, the pass was fine, but that run after the catch, impressive.
An absolute horrible time. Of course, any time like this is a horrible time for a defensive breakdown. But where's the tackling? Where were the safeties? You don't expect him to catch the ball, and next thing you know, he's running into the goalpost this early in the game. That's not supposed to happen.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Hey, foxtrot.
From the 31, Smith completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
To throw on second down is Smith. He's letting this one go for Fuller. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. Third down here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, Smith. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them. What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Used to have a coach just tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, you know, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing is Smith. It's complete to Fuller. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. On 1st down, here's Breida. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd and 2, Smith. He's got Fuller. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
2nd down and goal. Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
A throw left side to start out, that's complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, Cousins. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw is Smith. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
On 1st down, it's Smith. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Smith. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Here's Smith, and he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. This quarterback now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's 1st down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
On 2nd and goal, Smith. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Mo Alley Cox, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Kirk Cousins now gearing up to lead this offense back out there. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You've got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On 2nd down, this is Madison. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. They'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Complete, it's Johnson.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Now Cousins. Wilson's got it complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And now it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think...
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 24, Smith. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Back to throw, Smith. Deep ball for Goodwin. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Shoot.
They are going for it. It's Smith. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Play action. It's Smith. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Calvin Ridley, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing, Cousins. Quan Alexander in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead, now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Smith. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A shotgun snap for Smith. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Oh, now Breida loses it, and the Vikings pick up the football. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
All I know, partner, is that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the two-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Here's Madison running on first down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Cousins here on the bootleg. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes
he's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Olabisi Johnson, his first touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Matt Breida in the offense heading back out. I think he's still shaking his head a little. It was his fumble on the previous drive that led to the touchdown that has us tied.
And sometimes it's worse on a runner who drops it like that to watch the other team take the ball downfield and score than maybe if they just returned it right away. You know what I mean? Because sometimes what happens that fast, you're right back out on the field. Instead, he had to watch it happen. Let's see if it affects him going forward the rest of the game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Flush to his right. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Fuller. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A very solid gain of 27. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside.
Set and logo.
And the challenge pays dividends. The ref overturns the play.
Everyone gets a bonus on this one, Brandon. The coach upstairs who signaled down and said challenge it, and the head coach for pulling the red flag.
First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to that end zone real fast.
Exit.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And this one's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
Hey,
Let's go, defense.
From the gun, here's Smith. Man open, it's Goodwin. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. They run forward with Breida. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps them move the sticks. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push. A little crease inside and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
Now it's Smith. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
That one good for 26 and a first down. Now it's Breida. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. On second and a couple, Smith. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Marquise Goodwin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets this to the 35, good for a gain of 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Caught by Wilson. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll throw again. Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Cousins. Going for it all. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Madison. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. From the 50, it's Smith. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Smith going to throw it. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida, his 5th touchdown now on the year. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. To throw is Smith.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check 24.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face, and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Cousins and the Vikings down by 2 touchdowns. Less than 90 seconds to go. Now, their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. They go play action here on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
After the interception, here's Smith. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Stand up. Now.
Throwing now, Smith. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here we go on 4th. Smith. He's got Fuller. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So they've converted their first 2 4th-down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward. Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do? You got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end. Take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And now it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To the air again, it's Cousins. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Niners, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it's yet another loss as they've started out now 0-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.